Okay, everybody, welcome back to Thiege's StarCraft YouTube. Pretty much what I do here is I cast live games of StarCraft and you watch. So, pretty much what's going on is I am casting this on my laptop, which is why the resolution is going to suck. You're not seeing it suck yet, but I guarantee you it's gonna suck. Oh, look at that poor, crappy resolution. The reason why that's happening is because I am on my laptop right now. It doesn't even have two hard drives in it. It just has one single hard drive in it. And what I'm looking at here is 720p of StarCraft. Okay, so I just farted, but no one can see this except for Thiege. That is right. Anyway, and I'm also on TeamSpeak. Anyway, guys, I'm going dark for a while because I'm not recording you guys on this video, so sorry. I'm not on TeamSpeak on my laptop, sorry. Blame yourself for this because you took so damn long in those games. Okay, we'll enjoy the game, guys. Alright, so I am back and I am doing nothing but casting. I had to explain to my fellow leaguers that the other games lasted so damn long that I ran out of disk space and I now have to use my laptop. Anyway, I wholeheartedly intend to upgrade to a terabyte. It's just that hard drives are so expensive right now and I don't get paid a lot, although I did just get a raise, which is very cool. Very cool indeed. But anyway, so we have in the left corner Bud as the Protoss. Bud is pretty new to the league, although he's not new to StarCraft. Although he is kind of fresh, he took a hiatus for a while to work on his life. Meaning his wife or girlfriend probably didn't like him playing so much instead of spending time with her. And I can only see this whole game out of the corner of my eye. My laptop is going crazy right now, and I hope you guys can't hear that fan. My desktop is actually more quiet than this because it is farther away, but the laptop is positioned directly underneath my studio mic. So, GeterDone is the red Terran in the bottom right-hand corner, and they are going for a couple of barracks. How new is this guy? He is... I think these are the #1 guys on each team. I'm kind of curious about that. Bud is doing his typical wall-in thing again. I would like to see a wall-in right here at the natural with a fast forge expand. But Bud may not be seasoned enough to actually try and pull that one off, and I'm assuming that one of these barracks is going to be lifted into that gap right there, but could be wrong. So, and since this is only one hard drive, my hard drive is going crazy right now because I'm not recording on multiple hard drives, but that's okay because earlier, actually for the first games that I'm not going to post because the frame rate sucked because I was trying to record RGB lossless quality in Fraps. And even a Core i5 2500K OC to 3.7 GHz and a GeForce GTX 560 Ti cannot handle RGB lossless quality while trying to render StarCraft 2 and record it at the same time. GeterDone with some early map control, taking this control tower in the middle, and Bud on the way with the scouts. Still got an open base right here, but that probe ain't gonna get past these 3 Marines and that 1 Marauder, because that just ain't gonna happen. Hey, let's go to the projection tab so we can actually see what these guys are up to. Concussive concussive shells are on the way before stim or combat shield. I kind of disagree with that. I do like to get combat shield and stim before I get concussive shells because it helps out so much. That orbital command now freshly done, I do believe, for GeterDone. That should be the first mule going down there. And what do we have here in the Protoss arena? Warp technology research, warp gate research is almost done. It got chrono boosted the heck out of it. And there's a first small push from Bud going up against this small push from GeterDone. We're going to see just exactly how Bud reacts to this. This looks like a really deadly push right here. Oh, trying to run away with that concussive shells tech, working against the Protoss here, and this Marauder is screwed. But hey, there's a warp in from a hidden pylon over there that I missed. Sorry, guys. And this stalker is now going to sneak past all these rallying Marines. Probably should have just kept on going. I don't think he would have noticed it anyway. And all these warped in units sneaking right past GeterDone's army. And there's more warping in going down here from this hidden pylon right up here. That probe ready to do some other warping. Probably just staying there just in case Bud wants to slip in. Just doesn't want to risk that probe being spotted. And GeterDone is now saying, where are all these units coming from? Could they be coming from behind the bushes? No. Where could they be coming from? Oh, where else but the high ground? OMG. And that probe is now hiding down here, and that stalker actually got away too. GeterDone probably just forgot about it and is like, screw it, I'm not going to chase this. Oh, and that's right. The other warping in units probably distracted this army from going after that one last stalker. I wonder if GeterDone is gonna try and see if it's still there. He probably assumed that Bud, being a good player, would move it out by now, which he should have, but did not. And this Marine now placed here to look for the timing of that expansion, and there's an immortal perched on the high ground. GeterDone, without vision of that high ground, is going to run into some problems with that immortal, I can guarantee ya, because he's got perfect range over this ramp right here, and I wonder how GeterDone is going to respond to that immortal. It's going to start blasting away any second now. I guess the range isn't as good as I thought. Is Bud going to be able to use this sentry to its potential? He's got Guardian Shield there, but put down a force field, split that army perfectly in two, and that immortal is now going to lay waste to that army. And GeterDone says, hey, there's an immortal, let's GTFO. Oh no, there's a scan going down on the high ground. He sees how small that army is, but he sees how much bigger it just got. So yeah, they're getting the heck out of there, because GeterDone is now going to focus on his expansion, which he calmly denied Bud right now. And in the production tab, there's just another immortal coming out, and this guy, what's he gonna do? Oh, he's going to start the expansion. He was going to put out a pylon, but then instead decided to go for that Nexus. This lone SCV out here guarding this watchtower, Zelnog watchtower. I do kind of like to do that, except that when I am Terran and I do have an SCV at that watchtower, I always have that stupid little idle SCV thing right in the bottom left-hand corner of my screen, and it really bugs me. Although he doesn't. Weird. I guess having an SCV at the watchtower is not exactly an idle SCV. This guy is actually that dude right there. That is interesting. You learn something new about StarCraft all the time, in case you didn't know what that was because you weren't paying attention. That is, idle SCVs at watchtowers are not considered idle SCVs. They are considered doing something. I am doing something. I'm doing something right now. I'm dancing in my chair. I'm actually in my pajamas right now, and GeterDone is actually moving this factory out. And he may very well be in his pajamas as well. I like to play in my pajamas because it's comfy. Playing in your pajamas is a really comfy thing to do. And this is what I call a solidified natural. Look at the production tab. He's got weapons 1 almost about to finish. Just about 20 seconds away there. 20 game seconds away. There's that very crucial observer from Bud that GeterDone doesn't notice at all. Is he going to push out now? No, he's going to stop at the foot of his natural. And I'm surprised he hasn't seen this observer yet. Well, not really. I don't think I would have seen that observer yet. So I'm not quite surprised, although I'm pretty sure that GeterDone is actually a much better player than myself. So I'll just take a look up at that desktop screen to make sure I'm still recording, and yes, I am. I've been recording for 9 minutes and 30 seconds. How about that? You may be looking at the time saying, hey, we just passed that mark. That's because there's a couple seconds delay. Excuse me. From when I start recording to when I actually start talking. This SCV right up here for GeterDone, looking for all those hidden expansions. This army for GeterDone, now down here playing Crouching Tiger Hidden Army. Oh, I bet you Husky hasn't said that in a while. Anyway, this factory doing some scouting over his own natural, which is totally useful. And there's a scan going down now, looking for that observer right up there. I hope it caught something, because otherwise that would be a very much so wasted scan. I always like to make fun of all those other Terrans that use scans. I'm like, haha, I just wasted a scan. That's one less mule that he can call down. And here's this drop from GeterDone right into the main bud. Gonna take out that robotics facility. Ouch. Oh, but he did cancel the upgrade. He knew it was gonna go down. And let's see if this army now can clean this up. It should be able to, even with that stim, as soon as these immortals can stop and attack. And GeterDone just, you know, he gets out as many units as he possibly can. Look at all these units that are so low in health. Oh, Bud is actually very lucky to have those guys still alive, and he's taking his third right up there at the top. Of course, so is GeterDone. I'm just going to call you GeterDone. Hope you don't mind. But anyway, this is a very well saturated natural right here. Let's take a look at that income tab. Pretty even for both players. Of course, these mules are going to set it off just a little bit, but as soon as these thirds are up and running, I'm pretty sure that is going to be still dead even. Taking a look at the supply count up the top right hand corner of the screen, we are pretty much even, because the lower supply Protoss can take out a higher supply Terran as it is. So there is really, I would say that neither one of these guys is ahead of the other, except the GeterDone's expansion is now done, but so is Bud's. So we're at a standstill right now. This observer still needs to be taken out. He is rallied up to that third. Does he know it's there yet? No, he doesn't, but he will very shortly know, unless GeterDone can see it. Come on, you can. Oh, well, there's nothing that can shoot it down now. There's not even any missile turrets up anywhere. This scouting SCV did check out Bud's third. It did, right? Yes, it did. There's a missile turret right at GeterDone's natural. A couple missile turrets ready to take out some shenanigans, but they just put up some missile turrets right out there instead of just this planetary fortress, which I hate it when Terrans put up a planetary fortress, man. It sucks. But planetary fortresses can't shoot air, nor can they detect. Maybe Blizzard should have made it so that planetary fortresses could detect. But here's a drop going down from GeterDone right into the natural of Bud. The third of Bud. The third Bud. And it's actually going to do some damage now and stem up. And there we go. Totally displaced armies, though. Look at this. Oh, he snuck right by GeterDone. What a blunder, and this planetary fortress is now in danger, but that is a huge army ready to clean that up, and that's all that Bud's got, save for some probes. Ooh, those are all Marauders, too. They can take down that expansion super quick, but the planetary fortress does go down, as well as Bud's main army. He does have some more units down here, and he did manage to supply block GeterDone. Look at these medevacs. Don't have any units on them, just for pure scouting purposes. And now these two armies are going to converge, and we're going to see how much damage they can do here. There is a significant amount of stalkers and immortals ready to greet these marauders right at the gate here. Bud knows they're coming out. He's going to get a good concave. But that's a good line of marauders, though, too. But that is a lot of immortals, and these zealots aren't going to do any good. Bud realizes it, but he can't run away because of those concussive cells. Oh, you might as well just take it up the butt, Bud. You might as well have just stayed on it. That concussive cells is not going to do you any good, nor is this Colossus on the high ground, because these medevacs can just see it, and that Thor, and that is going to be GG for Bud. All of his army's gone, his third's gone, his income's gone, his supply's gone. That means that GeterDone's gonna win it. At least I'm pretty sure, but he's microing his Colossus as best he can. But these probes, these transferring probes, oh, they could totally just attack, move, and trap that army right there. But no, that's not going to happen. Look at all these unspent minerals that Bud still has yet to go through. That's like 3 or 4 more stalkers that Bud could do, but there's the GG. Hope you guys enjoyed it. There, we're moving on to game 2 here very shortly.